I'm Jamie, and welcome to the vlog for November 7th. That's about 9:50 p.m. I'm doing this from my phone in my bedroom. Hubs is upstairs gaming, about to resolve and finish that bit soon. I got the kiddo to sleep. It was my night. Happened really easily. We had a super busy day, and we just got back from the drive-in, and which was fun. They were playing Toy Story as their family-friendly movie. It was like Toy Story and Field of Dreams. Excuse me, we left after Toy Story, which still holds up amazingly well. I'm surprised, but it was fun, even though it was 38 degrees and rainy. I'm really grateful the drive in has stayed open, only on weekends at this point, but that's fine. It still gives us something else to do that's safer than taking the kiddo to a movie theater. Um, while movie theaters are open, I don't know. It's not a place I need to be inside around a bunch of other people. So it's just something we're not doing. We've had enough close contacts with COVID just in everyday life, like making a special occasion to possibly be exposed even more. It doesn't sound like a wise move on our part. So, um, evening tea is going down. My Disney Cruise Line souvenir. Hmm. Anyway, um, on the drive home, my husband was kind of quiet, and I was kind of figuring out why. And I guess his siblings were trying to put together a sibling Thanksgiving, which was very sweet, and I appreciate the gesture. I just can't figure out a safe way to make it work for us. He has three sisters and a brother. Two of his sisters are married with two children each, and his brother is newlywed. I think they've been married for about a year, so I guess the newlywed part's kind of off a little bit now. But his other sister is single. I don't know if she'd be coming up. She's the only one that does not live within a 3 hour drive. All that aside, we just can't find a way to make it work and make it make sense right now. So he asked me if I was okay with him saying no, and I'm like, I didn't want to say no. I wasn't terribly comfortable with the idea, because we could bring it to them as much as they could bring it to us, you know? So, and even talking about testing, I'm not going to test the kids for a Thanksgiving Day party. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Putting a 5-year-old through that swab up the nose, if I don't have to, I'm not going to. If I need to, I will. But this is completely optional, so we passed. And that's tough. And I really hope they don't give him guilt about it. It's just, it doesn't make sense. It's too many people. If he had like one sibling that was married and it would just be like the five of us, sure. I mean, my family's much smaller, so it makes seeing each other a little bit easier. You're exposing less people. Um, but that's a big bunch. So it just didn't seem like a smart idea. I would never hold my husband back from seeing his family, ever. If there was a mistake I made in my first marriage, it was that. My husband would constantly, my ex husband now, constantly tell me things he didn't like about his family and this trouble and that trouble. And I would try to help, and I would try to help with the trouble. And then I was finally like, you're complaining so much. If things are so terrible, you need to cut the cord. Just cut it. I'm here for you. It's fine. And I think, and in hindsight, I was overstepping my bounds, but I am 40 looking back at it, 20-year-old's decisions. So, you know, live and learn. But yeah, I'd never say no to him seeing his family. But if he asks for my input, I will always be honest. And do I think it's a smart move right now? Probably not. COVID is raging apparently in Kitsap in our area right now, so I'd rather not bring that to the party. Because we are vectors. I work with people, and my husband sees people too, so we don't just work from home. So there's that. And we need a vacation. um, we've got so much going on, and so much going on, and so much not going on. So between the lockdown and then trying to like throw ourselves back on the fire between my business, especially my business, getting work back ramped up, constantly hustling for some more clients, all of that jazz, it's a bit exhausting. working with the kids' medical appointments and figuring all that out, and transportation because it's in Gig Harbor, which is an extensive bit away from here. It's about, uh, what, 90 minutes round trip? Yikes. Um, so it's a lot. We kind of need a vacation. So we were thinking about California still. We're kicking that idea around. We haven't booked anything, hasn't gained any traction yet. I'm still, like I said about the Thanksgiving thing, I'm still a little concerned about that many people. So I'm kind of thinking if I could do it as a road trip. Um, I haven't figured that out entirely yet either because we definitely don't have the vehicle to go over the mountains in snow. So that's out of the question. And renting an all-wheel drive vehicle is easier said than done, apparently. Um, they don't want you renting one because if you rent one and you don't own one, odds are you're not used to driving one. And they want to protect their cars. So I get that. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of things to consider. But the election was finally tallied today for the most part. I think there's like 2 or 3 states outstanding, but not, they don't have enough electoral votes assigned to influence the end result. We are going to be introducing President Biden on January 20th. And the first black and female vice president, Kamala Harris. And that's exciting. It felt good this morning. I mean, even if people around us were celebrating with illegal fireworks to ring in a new era of legalization. I don't know. It just seemed like a weird way to celebrate by doing something illegal, but okay. Nobody got hurt, you know. So, except for the dogs and my ears, because they bark. Anyway, that's going to happen regardless. But that was cool and that was exciting. And I'm hopeful that it means we will have, I mean, on a more selfish level, some international travel or some other means of vacationing this time next year, rather than sitting around wondering if it's going to be safe to get on an airplane, you know. Although I have friends who are flight attendants and they have all been safe, you know, and if people that are on planes every day, a couple times a day for a living can do it, then maybe we can figure it out. So maybe we can end up going to California after all. As my family's in San Diego, the furthest end of California, pretty much, that you can fly to and still be in the States. So, and Disney is closed. I would love to go to Disneyland. I had to write an article today about Disneyland during the holidays. I sketched out my ideas on paper and watched some old videos to try to kind of get the juices flowing there. And it really made me miss Disney at the holidays. There's something completely magical. Even in the cruise line, it was a different kind of magic, but it was beautiful and incredible. And I'm so glad we were able to use that bonus and make that happen. I think it was a great use of it. Those memories have carried us through COVID and now. And I'm still using the cruise line mug whenever I need to get my Disney dose, you know? So there's that. But Disneyland is not open. Of course, it's probably not going to open before the end of the year. Downtown Disney area, which is like shopping and dining, that's open. And part of Disney California Adventure is open. I don't believe they're charging admission. And it's just food and walking around and shopping. They're doing what they can to stay relevant, I think. That economy there in Anaheim is just tanking without the major theme parks doing their thing. Legoland is partially open too, but again, no rides. We thought about maybe taking the kid to Legoland because everything there is outside. If anything, safer, and there's no like cooperative building stations right now. So, I don't know. If we end up doing that, maybe we'll do Legoland this trip. Legoland in the zoo or Wild Animal Park or something. But anyway, I finally have some more people on the schedule for next week, and tomorrow morning I agreed to go to one of my clients' classes and flip tires with them. So that'll be fun, even if it will be freezing, like literally freezing, like in the 30s. And I'm bringing the kiddo, so we'll figure it out. But today was pretty good. Tomorrow will be better. Good night.